Legacy of a Stray Wolf by Pascal Anavasaur Dooley. Chapter 1. Drifters and Soldiers.
This is a world inhabited by many different races of all shapes and sizes, from human and elves to dragonkin and dicarsons, and even werewolves like myself. And every single one of them has myths and legends about heroes and villains fighting it out with the fate of the planet in the balance. However, there are always stories that never make it into the history books. Stories on a smaller scale, which don't exactly affect the planet in any way, but they mean a lot to those who experience them. My name is Buren Wilkrone. Current occupation? Lone Werewolf. It's a pretty good title, don't you think? Better than saying what I actually am, which is a drifter. Don't get me wrong, I did once seek a life with a greater purpose, but that led me down paths that I ultimately regretted. Now, I'm just drifting from place to place, without any care in the world. And eventually, I ended up in the small coastal village of Arbanor, just in time for the Midsummer Carnival, where my own small story began. Oh boy, this town sure knows how to party. Music, dancing, an open-air bar. I should make a yearly visit from now on.
Hey, Fuzzy, you're in my spot.
Oh jeez. Do you guys just go around marking seats in advance or something?
What was that?
You know what? Forget it. I'll just move. There's a nicer spot over there anyway. In fact, since it's festival time, I'll buy you around. What do you say? Hey, Clarky!
What can I get? Not so fast, Furball.
For goodness sake.
We don't like your attitude, bub.
So, my spot is code for picking fights. Is that it?
You want to watch your mouth, puppy.
Now calm down, you two. He's not hurting anyone.
You and the others have a lot of nerve coming down here and acting like you own the place.
Why don't you wolves go back to that frozen hellhole where you belong?
Guys, just relax and have fun. You'll enjoy the carnival that way.
I've got a better idea. I'll wipe that smart-ass look off your face!
Careful, there's not a lot of room here. And we've both been drinking, so...
Why, you... What? Let me go!
You know what? I think I'll check out some of the other attractions in this festival. See you around, boys.
Who the hell does he think he is anyway?
You should be thanking him, you know.
What did you say?
You didn't notice the glove? The one he caught your fist with. That was a claw glove.
Claw what?
It's a gauntlet that protects the hand and increases the power of a werewolf's slashes in battle. It also had a crest on the arm plate, which means he's a trained soldier, and I doubt that axe on his belt was for show either. He could have easily kicked your drunken asses from here to the moon, but he chose not to. That wolf certainly was a strange one.
Let's see. Should I check out the dancers? Or try to get a souvenir? Or maybe I should just sit down and cool my head. Wait. That figure. No, it couldn't be. Could it? I guess there's only one way to find out. Luna! Hey! Luna!
What the? Bren? Long time no see.
I'm sure you guys are wondering who this Luna person is. Well, it's pretty simple. She's Luna Wilkrone, a general of Snowcap's military force, and my younger sister. You can tell we're related since we have similar faces, but other races tend to focus on the fact our fur is a similar shade of brown, even though it's actually a pretty common shade in Snowcap. Plus, I have white patches on my chest, whilst Luna inherited her father's white neck fur. along with his unholy dedication to duties. It was certainly a surprise seeing her again after all this time. See, I left home just as she had graduated from the academy, and when I saw her again years later, it wasn't the best of circumstances. In fact, we were literally at each other's throats if memory serves. But anyway, that was in the past and all water under the bridge, I hope. And hey, what better place to hold a reunion than a festival?
So, you've just been traveling around aimlessly all this time? You haven't done work as a mercenary or anything?
Nah, I'm happy to just relax and see the world for the time being. I occasionally fight bandits and then sell their weapons for money, but that's about it. What about you? Taking a break to enjoy the festival?
Yes. I thought it'd be so much fun to go to the carnival, stand near the exit and just watch everyone go past. No, it's all diplomacy.
Diplomacy?
Snowcap was badly damaged last year in the war, remember?
Oh yeah, the war that you and your friends won single-handedly, right?
Well, we played an important part, but I wouldn't say that.
It's what everyone else says. They call you all Warriors of Dawn now, after all.
Oh, stop it. That name's embarrassing. I'm just a soldier that did my job, that's all. I don't need a name that makes me sound like some kind of fairy tale heroine.
Hey, don't knock it. The name must come with a lot of perks, right?
Depends on how you define perks. I get a lot of respect now, but I tend to be treated like a figurehead at times. Sending me to negotiate with Grandy is supposed to be a sign of great respect and importance.
I still don't see the connection.
Snowcap needs all the help it can get in the reconstruction, and Grandy has agreed to provide money and contracts if I, the great heroine, and my division help with the security matters. The armies are stretched over other matters, so we have to deal with the various bandit clans, extremist groups, necromancy sects, and the occasional guard job.
I see. You're keeping an eye out, making sure no one misbehaves. I never thought Snowcap would allow their great hero to do such small work.
Well, they've got Corvin around to act as the moral booster at home, so...
Who would have thought that little scrappy dog would have become the hero of the masses?
Don't call him that. He's a few good words away from becoming Grand General, from what I hear.
What? That green pup? You can't be serious. Me and Morris would have beaten him down for even thinking he could reach that high back in the day.
Corvan's very capable. He showed that during the war. And I'd say his heart and valor makes him a great leader for any group.
Is that a professional opinion? Because it sounds like the makings of a love letter.
Love letter? What are you talking about?
You tell me. You're the one getting flustered all of a sudden.
Oh, shut up. You could have been one of us, you know. You were involved in the Great War as well, after all.
Yes, but I was on the opposite side.
But many changed sides to fight along with us. You laid down your arms when you fought against us back in Granda's, but you never joined us.
Luna.
Why? Why did you just walk off? If you really wanted to make up for...
I had conflicted emotions back then. I couldn't bring myself to fight. A soldier who can't fight is useless in a war, after all.
At the very least, you could have said goodbye, or promised to see me again. But instead, you just disappeared. Again.
Luna.
All I'm asking for is an answer. Why? Why did you have to run away all those years ago? Why do you keep running away? Is it too much to ask for you to talk to your sister every once in a while? Even if it's just a letter telling me you're okay. Anything other than keeping me in the dark for another year. Why?
I honestly don't know. I wish I could provide you with an answer, but honestly, I don't know any of the answers. Every time I try to settle down, it all falls apart. Or it was faulty to begin with. I don't know what drives me anymore. And I don't know if I'm running, searching, or just walking around aimlessly. I never meant to hurt you or anyone else with my actions. I'm just lost and confused right now. I'm sorry. Huh. Didn't know they had fireworks as well.
Yeah. They have them to signal the last act of the festival. Pretty spectacular.
Yeah. And they're really nice colors.
They say the fireworks are supposed to represent the flowers that bloom and die from spring to winter, as well as the energy of all the villagers.
You. All lights and noise to me.
No artistic soul whatsoever.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a culture thing. He wouldn't understand.
Hey, I can appreciate art.
You were at the bottom of your class.
There were 5 people below me. And what does this have to do with fireworks? What is that?
Trouble. I have to go.
Hey, Luna, wait!
Ah, General Luna.
Marlin, report.
As you can see, a fight's broken out on the outskirts of the village. Both sides are armed and have roughly 10 fighters each.
All right then. All of you, encircle the fighters and get them as close as you can. We don't want them getting any further into the village.
Should we engage, ma'am?
Only if they attack you. Otherwise, you will observe their movements and wait for my signal. Move out.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what's going on?
Stay back, Bren. We'll handle it.
Don't treat me like a helpless bystander. I can easily help you guys fight as well, you know.
I know, but we're in a delicate situation here, and I'd rather not... Oh, this is a waste of breath, isn't it?
Yep.
Fine. Just stay back and follow my orders.
Sure.
I mean it, Bren!
The fight was certainly an intense one. The 2 groups were going at it with everything they had. Neither side looked like professional soldiers, but it wasn't exactly your ordinary bar fight either. One of the groups looked like a ragtag mob that clad themselves in whatever pieces of armor they could find, whilst the other side was decked out in hooded cloaks that obscured their faces, and some of their movements judging by the way they fought. When they noticed the approaching soldiers, they calmed down a little, but something still didn't feel right. I couldn't put my finger on it at the time though, and besides, Luna didn't want me jumping in just yet. So, I decided to hold back and stay close to one of the soldiers in her unit, and see how she approached it.
I am General Luna Wilkrone of the 6th Crescent Moon Division of Snowcap. We will not allow your petty squabbles to endanger the civilians here. So if you do not lay down your arms and surrender now, we will stop you by force.
Damn it. Those wolves have ruined everything. What do we do now?
They obstruct us in our mission and mistake our cause for a mere brawl. They have become our enemy.
I advise you to listen to the General. Come with us quietly.
The cries for justice
No! Get back!
will never be silenced. No matter what happens, punishment must be delivered.
Exactly. And that's what these claws are for.
Damn wolf!
Rush them and take them down one by one, and start with him!
All 9 of the remaining fighters started to turn on me, and things weren't looking too good. However, there was an important lesson I've learned from situations like this. When you're severely outnumbered, run and never stop.
He's on the move! Get him! Get him!
He's flanking round! Stop him!
He got one of us! Take him down! Do it!
Damn it! He's so fast! He won't stop moving! Captain, he's banking towards you!
I can see that! I'll handle it! Ha! Nowhere to run, wolf! You'll never get past my spear with just those claws!
True. That's why I carry this axe.
Huh?
One hand grabs, the other slashes! Alright, on to the next.
Pits of the underworld. I call on thee to burn these souls to ash!
Oh no!
Hellfire Spear!
That was too close. I really hate magic users sometimes.
Now, charge!
Crud.
Consider that thanks for the help.
Sure. Sorry. Who are you people?
No time for introductions. Let's take care of them.
My savior was an old elven woman wielding a spear, who despite her thin frame and disheveled appearance, fought with amazing skill, like she was a trained professional. The rest of her group quickly ran to her side in order to form a line and drive the remaining cloaked figures back.
Regroup! Keep pressing! Keep pressing! We have to reach our target! It won't matter if we lose as
You're
long.
advancing! You're attacking our rear!
What? No. Damn those wolves! Damn them all!
Yeah, the battle didn't last for much longer as the chaos my desperate runaround created had given Luna and her troops enough time to surround them. By the time the dolts realized they were trapped, it was too late, and they were too disorganized and frightened to set up a counterattack. By the end of the battle, only one of the cloaked men had been taken alive, and was being held down at blade point by 2 of the soldiers. After they had fallen, the other group quickly surrendered and started to cooperate with Luna and her troops in any way they could.
Alright then, just to confirm some details here, miss.
Just call me Granny, dear. Everyone else does.
Okay, Granny, would you mind telling me what exactly happened here?
No. It's a short story, actually. We were passing through here on our journey when those men ambushed us. Simple as that.
So it was a sudden attack, no provocation?
Indeed. We weren't planning to stay here for too long, much less talk to anyone.
Your group doesn't look like an ordinary band of travelers. Do you mind if I ask for your occupation?
Certainly not. Me and the kids are a mercenary group. Granny's company is what we're called if you ever want to hire us.
I'll make a note of that. So, were you on your way to a job then?
Actually, we're at work right now. We're delivering a package to our client on the border, and he wants it as soon as possible, so we're trying to speed things up.
Does the package have anything valuable? Something someone could sell for a ton of gold?
Bren?
What? Just asking.
I'd be surprised if they knew what was in it, considering we've been given strict instructions not to open it, and we never keep it in plain sight.
To summarize, your story is that the other group attacked you first without any provocation.
That's what happened.
Alright, thank you for your time. Now, if we can just get something out of the other side.
The other guy's not talking then?
I wish that was the case. He's more than willing to give us a raging tirade, but we can't get anything useful out of him.
So we've only got their story to go on.
At the moment, yes.
Guess we can always try one last roll with the dice. So, you're the last one, huh?
For now.
Oh, jeez. Even on his knees, he's got attitude.
The mercenaries have told us their story. And the way things are right now, it looks like the blame for this brawl rests solely on your group. So I'm giving you one last chance to tell your side of the story. It's also your last chance to make things easier for yourself.
Why did you take me alive? I'm not afraid of death, so if you're looking for information, save us both some time and kill me right now.
You don't seem to understand the situation here. We're not tyrants, and we have no intention of killing you, so you can drop the heroic martyr act. We're arresting you for violent conduct, and you will be tried under Grandia's justice system. So unless you want to spend the rest of your life rotting in a jail cell, you'll take this one chance to explain yourself.
Justice? Don't make me laugh! It's this world's weak justice that has allowed the greatest crimes of all to go unpunished, and instead murders and shackles those who are forced to take justice into their own hands.
Wow. You just don't give up, do you?
Bren!
Look, bud, hate to break it to you, but your justice couldn't even defeat a group of ragtag mercenaries, and you were torn apart the instant some people who actually knew what they were doing entered the fray. So forgive me if I'm not buying into your drivel.
You know nothing about the pain we've suffered, or our cause, you arrogant furball!
What cause? Seriously, what cause? If you really think you're the victim here, then just say what the hell's going on instead of babbling about justice like it means a damn thing!
Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. Nor would it matter. The cries for justice echo all around, and the land's judgment will be delivered!
Men, take him away. Oh boy, Land's judgment, that's all we need.
Land's judgment?
It's a new extremist group that sprung up in the last few months. We only managed to capture 2 or 3 of their members alive. But then they refused to talk, so we have no idea what their motives are or where and how they'll strike. To find them here chasing after mercenaries of all things.
You really think it's them they want?
Think about it, Bren. A massive gathering of people like this, and they choose to attack a group of armed mercenaries at the very edge of town. Not exactly a random scare attack, is it?
You think they're after their cargo?
Possibly. Depends if it's anything special.
They're not allowed to keep it in plain sight. That rules out almost any run-of-the-mill items I can think of.
Fair point. They weren't exactly forthcoming with all the details.
So, fearless leader, what's our plan of action now?
That's the big question of the day.
Huh. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, it's not as simple as chasing after them, because we have no idea where they're coming from. The only thing we can do before we're forced to move on is to patrol the town's perimeter, and even that seems like a fruitless exercise.
Great. Snowcap's just as useful as ever.
What would you have me do? Ignore orders and run wild all over Grandia, asking anyone if they've seen a bunch of guys in cloaks?
What about Granny and those mercenaries? You know they're the main target. So why not hang around with them and wait for the next attack?
Maybe, but it's going to be hard convincing my superiors to allow a group of soldiers to escort a mercenary company that may or may not be attacked. And somehow I doubt they'd want a unit of knights to be watching their every move.
Why a whole unit? Why not just one soldier?
Possibly. But whilst my men have good combat experience, they haven't been on any solo missions or command. Wait. Bren? Were you planning to go next?
Not sure, but maybe I could head towards the border and see what's happening there.
Isn't that where the mercenary group is going?
Really? What a coincidence. I mean, I'm just going where the wind takes me, so I guess I'm bound to run into them no matter what I do.
Maybe you can check on them from time to time. See how they're getting on?
Hey, I'm a caring wolf. I'd do it anyway.
All right then. I'll leave it in your hands. If you run into trouble, send a letter back to Grandia. That's where we'll be camping for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
All right then. I'll be in touch.
And Bren? Be careful, okay?
Always. So that was how my little mission started, watching a strange group of mercenaries being hunted by an even stranger group of extremists. It seemed so simple at the time, but if I had known what was going to happen, or who I'd run into on my journey, I probably wouldn't have been quite as cheerful. In fact, I'd almost be terrified.
Legacy of a Stray Wolf was a Pazoda production written and edited by Pascal Animasword Dooley, and it was based on the universe created by Sven the Crusader, Sen Eclipse, Animasword, Dragon's Court, and Gutnot. It starred Brandon Habowski as Bren, Sakura Hughes as Luna, Violet X-Wing as Granny, Michael Scally and Dr. Kendo as the Fugs, Sven the Crusader as the Barkeeper, Shikigami 1300 and QAN as the Soldiers, and Animasword, Tezel, Dr. Kendo, and QAN as the Cloaked Men. Sound effects were provided by the people at freesounds.org, and the copyright for all music used in the episode belongs to the original owner. Join us next time for episode 2, When Travelers Meet.